Hello again, welcome. Hashtag Sideline Managers with VB, the Politics in Satire edition. Okay, uh, there is another moment which is baffling me right now. Recently the president went on TV, announced some relaxed regulations in the lockdown level 1. That's where we are now. So gatherings are open, and obviously some people complain and some people say conspiracy. They say it's all political, and yes, it's all political. And you know what? I think we should all stop being victims and crying, because you know what? You can say it's all political and all that stuff, but all political parties are campaigning, including yours. Who you complaining? You understand? But then the moment which baffles me is South Africa played Ethiopia last night at FNB Stadium, and it was the very first time since lockdown started where fans were allowed to come into the stadium. And just a few weeks ago, there were political manifestos, right? Political parties had gatherings, like proper gatherings, but they said it can only be 2,000 fans to come into FNB Stadium. That doesn't make any sense. But you know, nothing in politics makes sense. So here on Politics and Satire, we will touch on politics until the election day. Even on election day, if we get time to shoot, we will talk about it. So it's voting season now, and it's one of those times where if you are lucky, or if you are in one of those places, you would actually get to meet the president, Cyril Ramaphosa, on the streets, because that's how he's doing it. That's how he's campaigning. So imagine we're here at DPC restaurant, you're about to buy your beer, you're queuing up, it's a bit busy, queuing up, social distance and all that stuff. And then in front of you see this old man wearing an ANC t-shirt, and black trousers. For some reason, Cyril Ramaphosa is always wearing black trousers. I don't know why. And then you hear him saying, my fellow South African, bengicela flying fish now. And you look, just imagine this. Let me start this and imagine, because we meet the president is all everywhere. You meet him in your tavern, and he's queuing up, he's buying a flying fish. What do? Oh, for example, you see Julius Malema. Okay, comrade, give me alcohol. Even though I always deny the importance of alcohol among black people, but because I've been campaigning so much, I'm thirsty and I want to drink something. What will he do? Or you meet Steenhuisen, the DA leader. But if you are a person of color, it will be very difficult to meet him, because DA with their stories now. Recently in Phoenix, they had a very controversial poster which they put up. They took it down, and I truly think it won't do much to their election, but it will hurt their image. But one thing which always baffles me is that how do the black voters or the black supporters or the black employees in the DA take those kind of things? Like imagine, because I'm not saying anything about Steenhuisen being a racist or DA being a racist party, but they have been caught up in some racist storms. So how do you guys look at each other in the face? I don't know. But as election season takes off, hopefully the politicians will always be on the streets as they are now. And when you meet them, don't be in awe, Don't be like you met a celebrity. Because for one, I always say this, those are your employees, you understand? If you're a voter and you happen to meet the president right now, let's say you are at ShopRite shopping and you meet the president, say, hey, my fellow people, plastic. You know how the president speaks, like, all the time. Like, I wonder if that guy gets drunk. I'm sure it's worse when he gets drunk. Imagine, like, he's smushed to some beer, like, hey, my family. Because one thing, this is a theory of mine. I think the way Cyril speaks, Cyril was a businessman, a shrewd, excellent businessman, but then he was trained to be a politician, and the people who trained him the bad way. Because I'll bet my bottom dollar that man doesn't speak like that when he's on his own, but I think behind those, he's waking up like, I call him, my half, yeah, what? He's very right. Never. But then when he gets out, he has to portray that image, and he's the president now. Because, at times we always complain, politicians don't. Put yourself in that man's shoes. Every time you have to have an image. Every time you meet people on the streets, and people always complain, because people like complaining. Like by nature, we always complain. And when we complain, we also complain about our women complaining, complain about our husbands complaining. But people in general are never satisfied. So now, when you meet the president, don't be starstruck. No, ask him what you want. Tell him what you want, and actually offer a solution. Like, Mr. President, can you wear something else rather than black baggy pants, Or, Mr. President, stop wearing the Mandela shirt, you understand? Because that has been done to death, Every time I saw another fellow politician, I think it was Dozie Mandela, complain that every time they want to hypnotize us, they use the Mandela effect. And truly so, And I saw, talking of the Mandela effect, I saw Herman Mashaba on his own manifestos was saying, if Mandela was alive, he was going to vote for Action SA. I don't think so. Because Action SA's manifesto is to say, all foreigners must leave. Like, that's, like, just wake up Herman Mashaba in his sleep. Like, hey, Mr. Mashaba, what's your manifesto? Like, all foreigners must leave. Okay, they must leave. And then what about free education? Yeah, but foreigners must leave first. Then we'll talk about that. Like, hey, Mr. Mashaba, what about the land? I said foreigners must leave first. So imagine, I don't think Mandela was going to, because Mandela, before his arrest, he spent a lot of years as a foreigner. I imagine Mandela right now saying, all Kwerekweres must go. All Zimbabweans and Mozambicans. For this dream I have lived. And for that I am willing to die. To see all people from Harare back in Bulawayo. No. If Mandela was alive, he'd still be an ANC. And I think the ANC missed that man. Why? He wasn't going to do much difference, but he's Mandela. Do you think Mandela was going to be called at the Zondo Commission? Imagine someone saying, hey, Mr. Mandela, we heard that you're corrupt. We heard that you gave you 20 million. Then you, for 27 years, I stayed in prison, fought for 54, all my life, to be disrespected like this. So I'm sure they miss Mandela, and they must stop using his legacy. They must only remember the man for what he did. Because the ANC of now won't be the ANC which they've pitched Mandela to be. And so as the manifestos go, as the politicians come to your doors, and as I always say, hold them to account. Ask them why you should vote for them. Because the message just come to your door, and when you see them, you get started talking, no, those are employees. They must do something for you. So at Politics and Satire, we will help. Like, it's basically what we do. We know politics here. We know a lot. So we try to help layman's term, like every ordinary person. You might be vexed in medicine and not politics. You might be vexed in science. You might be vexed in whatever. You might be vexed in stealing. But we are vexed in politics. We know politics. So we'll explain to you in layman's term that politicians work for you. Yes, you. You who's watching now, you must come to the show. Politicians work for you. So when you see politicians next time coming to your door, say, hey, vote for our party. Part A, Part B is doing rubbish. What are you doing? That's what you must ask. Before they give you that t-shirt, but take that t-shirt because you need a pyjama until election season comes. You understand? Yes. Or you need a durag for ladies for your hair. I know that's what you use them for. Or you need something to play soccer with on your social leagues on Sunday. Take the t-shirt. Don't refuse the t-shirt. No. And next, now, let's make it, let's do things for ourselves for the first time. Let's stop complaining. When they give you a t-shirt, be like, and then where are the pants? Where are the shoes? Because I need to match. If it's the EFF, you need to do the red regalia. And then on Valentine's Day, you just show up to your lady wearing all red. You'll be like, hey, as I decided that, comrade, you and I, we copulate this love thing. I decided to come in a revolutionary stance. As broke as I am, I'll give you my heart. Or they give you the yellow, the gold and yellow, black and gold, ANC, You use it for something. When you're supporting Kaizer Chiefs in their fallings, use ANC because Kaizer Chiefs and ANC are the same thing. They can't deliver nothing. You understand? And then when it's the DA, take the uniforms, but ask for more, because you deserve it. Again, on Politics and Satire, you'll find us on #Sideline Managers on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you very much.